Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to another edition of The Foundation Presents The Blueprint. We are locked and loaded and on the road to Starting Point 2023. We are coming off an incredible episode of Blueprint last week where we saw a brand new Blueprint champion crowned. And later on in the program, we will hear from our brand new Blueprint champion, the Bronx Bomber. But first, let's get started with the action as we will see the debut of Mad T taking on the wise man, Kevin Anderson.
I'm about to break down a tip for a way out. I'm a liar, I'm a cheater, I'm a non-believer. Not popular, monster. Break down, falling into love. Now we're falling apart. I'm a popular monster.
Mr. Anderson, it has come that time for me and you to share this ring again. Mr. Anderson, it is time for me and you to go blow to blow, toe to toe, step in that 20 by 20 and show these people something that we are. Show these people that we're not what they think we are. That we're actually talented professional wrestlers. That we go out there and we put everything on the line. Because you know why, Mr. Anderson? That's what we do. You see, I love you, Mr. Anderson. I do. Because you're like a brother to me. Might be enemies. We might be frenemies. We might be brothers. I don't know what we are some days. But at the end of the day, when we step in that 20 by 20, I'm going to leave everything in that ring. Just like I do every time. When I step in that ring with you, Mr. Anderson, I'm going to leave my heart, my soul, my tears, my blood in that ring, on that mat, to show these people how much I want this win. How much I deserve to beat you, Mr. Anderson. How much I deserve to go out there and show these fans that I can beat you. That I am not just someone who was a student of Mr. Anderson's. Someone that was a student of BoJack Grizz's. Someone that was a fucking student of Blunt Rose. I'm going to go out there and show everyone that I have evolved into the monster that I know I can be. Because if I can't do that, then I don't know what's the point in being a professional wrestler no more. I don't know what's the point in lacing up my boots and going out there and showing these people something that I'm doing that in reality I might not be that good at. You might be up here and I might be right here underneath you a little bit. But at the end of the day, Mr. Anderson, I know I'm better than you. I know that when we step in that 20 by 20 and I take you from post to post and I, Matt, drop you in the middle of that ring and then the ref goes 1, 2, 3, your winner, Mad T. I'm going to pick you up, brother, and I'm going to hold you and hug you and tell you that was the best goddamn match that we ever put on. Because that's the respect I have for my friends. That's the respect that I have for OGs. Because the OGs are coming. And you know what that means. Shed your light. Shed it all off. Show these people your true colors. Because Mr. Anderson, I promise you one thing. I will walk away victorious. And there's nothing you can do to stop me. So, I'll see you in that ring, Mr. Anderson.
sure most of you here in Foundation are wondering, Kevin, what's with the hair? Well, the simple answer is I tried my damnedest to get into the mindset of a low-class no one like Mad T. See, I've done everything in my power to try to make Mad T into something presentable, palatable for the masses. Unfortunately, T, you just don't listen, do you? You refuse to believe that anyone other than yourself is correct. So now, I'm going to come out here in front of all these people in that 20 by 20 ring, and I'm going to embarrass you. I'm going to embarrass you because I am the highest of high society. I am the highest of high class. They made me from clay, and then they broke the mold. There's no one like the wise man, Kevin Anderson. And you can talk and talk and talk about how you need a win, about how you're this, about how you're that. And that may be true. You may need this win more than life itself, but unfortunately for you, you're not going to get it. Why is that? Because you stand across the ring from 6'4", 245 of the best professional wrestler on God's green earth, because that's what I've been since the day I've walked in. I am the smartest man in this or any other room, the baddest thing walking, the smoothest thing talking, and now, perhaps best dressed in the locker room. What's next? What's next? After I come out here and embarrass you, T, and I drop you with the book of knowledge before I go up top, nail you with the lament configuration, and embarrass bootleg Bobby Hill in front of everyone. I've been looking forward to this for months because someone owes you a beating, and that someone is me, the someone that's tried to make you, tried to help you grow into a star. And how do you fucking repay me? You spit in my face. You spit in my face. You do everything that I tell you not to do, and you make it sound like I'm the bad guy, when in reality, the whole reason you've been on this losing streak everywhere you've been, the whole reason that you're through these doors and you're across the ring from me is because you're incapable of listening. So I'm gonna beat that knowledge into your head tonight!
Your winner, the wise man, Kevin Anderson. Ladies and gentlemen, we just saw the debut of Mad T against the wise man. It was a stellar competition. It had me on the edge of my seat. Now, I promised you that we would hear from the new Blueprint champion. So, ladies and gentlemen, let's get down to the ring and let's see our new Blueprint champion, the Bronx Bomber.
The champ is here! 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 The champ is here!
Yeah. Okay, and now that everybody's present, I'm back to bringing gifts. I am everybody's present, and I'm the one smoking that shit that everybody's smelling. So
Nation Universe. It is right about that time of the week for the Bronx Bomber, your new Blueprint champion, to grace you guys' phone screens. And that's right, I am the new Blueprint champion here in Foundation. So that means that it's a new era in this bitch. Okay? I told Hobson what exactly I was gonna do. I put my mind to it and I got the job done, no matter the hate. I told Hobson that I'm not like the rest of the people he faced. That I have more confidence than him and anybody else he ever came up, to battle. He didn't want to believe me, and now he paid the price. Now he's walking around with no title on his pretty little shoulder. And I give him the respect in the world, I do. We fought a hard-fought battle that came down to the wire. But like I said, at the end of the day, I came up on top. So now that I'm the new Blueprint champion, what is next? What is next? What is next is that I defend this bitch to the best of my abilities and prove that I'm one of the best here in Foundation and in all this goddamn E-Fed world. Maybe I keep the belt so long, I pass my best friend El Wapo and be the best Blueprint champion you guys have ever seen. But you see, it all starts, not tonight, next week. When I defend my pretty little belt against the man I beat in a street fight, Damian Wolf. Now, Damian, you already got the ass beat by me, the Bronx Bomber. Prepare to get your ass beat again. Because you think I was vicious in the Boogie Down street fight? Now that I have to defend this title and put pride on this title, man, it's boots to asses for you. I'm not letting nothing defeat me or defeat the confidence that I have right now. So Foundation Universe, Damian Wolf, I will see you pretty guys next week. And for all you guys watching the Blueprint, I hope you guys enjoy this episode that we are giving to you. Because I'm the ambassador of this bitch. And this show is all about me. So I'm gonna holler at you guys later.
Well, you heard it here. The Bronx Bomber has big plans for the Blueprint Championship. We have seen some incredible reigns of Blueprint champions here in the Foundation, and one has to wonder, will the Bronx Bomber be able to live up to such reigns as the former champion Hachim, the former champion Jay Briggy, and the former champion, his pedigree stablemate, El Wapo? I believe he can, and next week he will make his first defense against the man that he beat at Fate, the Bloodhound, Damian Wolf. Ladies and gentlemen, tonight we were supposed to see Bluntman take on Sam freaking Spade, but due to some unfortunate circumstances, Bluntman is out of action and unable to compete. So TK3, the man who is trying to prove himself to hide the man, has stepped in and will take on Sam freaking Spade. Let's get down to the action.
Foundation, welcome to Blueprint. This is where hell is coming over the Foundation, and the Elevated is going to be the one taking over the freaking mantle. Tonight, you've been a victim of freaking waste of talent. You've been ashamed of these promo artists who's hiding behind freaking change of freaking characters. Every time somebody come out here, they got a change of character because they want to go over. They want a change of scenery, so they want to be the top freaking guy. But I'm going to prove why I'm going to expose this waste of piece of trash who wants to call himself the knockoff the third. And I'm going to knock his ass off and send his back to training in the promo freaking universe. Because he ain't nothing more than a disgrace to you and to me. And his whole damn roster is going to see why the light is over this business. Because it's going to stand for follow the word. You've been following these pieces of trash from time in and time out. Let's go back to his story on why his empire came crumbling down. He was a trilogy champion. He been over the freaking mountain and was a top card. He went from the top card to the bottom of the food chain. He don't got nothing to show for it. And this man called himself the baddest of the best. Why is he the baddest when he facing demons? Then he facing an angel. He don't know which character he wants to be. But I'm one man, one mission, one band, one sound. And it's all about the Spade and Elevated pulling this place from the ground. I'm tired of the old pillars getting on here talking about I'm one of the OGs. Whereas out with the old and with the new. And TK3, I'm going to run through you. Because they don't want to see the biggest loser who keep hiding behind gimmicks. They don't want to see the biggest failure who can't seem to get it done. You hide behind high demand, and there's only one dangerous man in your freaking faction. And it's not that goes over. It's the man you looking at in the faction that's going to run your ass to the ground. Because you ain't nothing more than a little guy who wants to be a big guy. Big guys remind me of David and Goliath. I am your Goliath, and you're gonna fall by my hand. And you don't got a damn thing for your career to be accomplished by. They know you as the biggest piece of trash, and that's why the fans don't want your ass in this business. And TK3, I see you've been accepting a lot of matches, but now I'm going to tell you why. Your fate is sealed just like the moment you accepted this match. We all know TK3 been on the road, but I'm going to end his ass with a dangerous freaking roadblock he ain't going to come back from. Everybody wants to see TK3. Well, this is hell, and I'm the one that putting him in the belly of the whale because he need structure. He need guidance. I'm going to pull this place with the views, with the ratings, and everybody gonna lift up the Elevated, and Spade is united. TK3, why have your ass not been a champion for some time now? Why have you not gotten your trilogy championship back? I'll tell you why, TK3, because you need someone to look up to. You called and you submitted your answer to the manager to accept the match. You accepted a freaking grizzly bear, and this is what hell comes in your ass and burn the freaking place down. If I had 10,000 tongues, TK3, to confess what the foundation is gonna stand for, and that's the freaking Yahweh coming through the door. Because you're going to be at the bottom of my boot, just like your ass is going to be trash in the moment your career goes in the bag. I am your voice. I speaks to you. I save you from damnation, just like you gave the fans a false narrative. Follow the word.
Okay, I have no time to be messing around right now. Listen, Sam, I'm going to ask you one time. Have you seen Buckshot anywhere? We have not been able to find him. You know what? Forget it. I know you haven't seen Buckshot because, quite honestly, he's a talented promo artist. And you're not. You're a waste of talent. And yes, I'm going to go ahead and admit that. Buckshot is talented. I know he won't say anything nice about me, but I deserve it. I deserve it. Buckshot, wherever you are, I hope you are safe. And I hope tonight I'm not disgracing you in any way by taking on a low-level talent like Sam frickin' Spade. Sam, I took this match as a charity case for you. No one wanted to face you. Your opponent pulled out tonight. Instead, I'm here facing you because I felt bad for you. I thought maybe I'd get some answers, get some clarity, maybe, just maybe, feel like I'm doing something important. It's like I'm making a wish, but unfortunately, this is not the caliber of opponent I'd expect. I know a lot of you guys are kind of, looking at me differently ever since I turned down Steele's open challenge for Starting Point. And I know that's still on the table, but right now we have more important things to focus on. And by more important, I think I mean things more important than Sam Spade. The dude is so unoriginal, he took the freaking from Seth freaking Rollins, and already that's a name change no one has gotten behind. Everyone still calls him Seth Rollins. You don't have to call yourself Sam freaking Spade because you freaking suck. Alright? I mean, what kind of name is Sam freaking Spade anyway? It's probably the most overlooked suit in a deck of cards. The heart represents willpower, represents love, represents loyalty. The diamond represents the most prestigious, the top of the mountain. The club represents an elite core of individuals. High demand is like a club. The spade, that's something you use to dig up dirt and bury people in holes. And right now, Sam, you're digging your own hole. You're practically burying yourself. Like I told Steele a while back, when you go up against TK3, you're not ready for whatever result I'm on a different level, a different plane of existence. And right now I'm looking at someone who I wish could have been better. You could have been a better opponent. Instead, I look at you like a pay cut. I look at you like a demotion. I look at you and I'm going down the totem pole. It's nothing personal, Sam, but you really need to start doing some introspective looking at yourself. You need to look at Sam Spade in the mirror, smack him across the face and say, what is wrong? Why am I in the position I'm in? Because I'm not always going to be around to take matches from you, Sam. All right? Back during my days of the VOH Inferno, shout out to a very short-lived run of mine, back when I was in my Drip God phase, I took a match with you once again because I thought you were the top guy. But then I realized I wasn't going to get anywhere because at the end of the day, Sam, you're really not worth it. When I look at Sam Spade, I see mediocrity. And that is the reason. I'm sorry. That's not who I am anymore. I need to get back to looking for my friend. And Steel, if you're watching this,
your winner, TK3. Ladies and gentlemen, TK3 filling in for the Blunt Man has come in and in a great contest has beaten Sam Spade. One has to say this about Sam freaking Spade. He brings the intensity every time, but this time TK3 came out on top. Speaking of high demand, ladies and gentlemen, we have not seen Buckshot since the Master of Illusion did whatever he did to him at Fate. But tonight he is scheduled to take on Steel, a man who is trying to prove that he can be trusted to his old partner, the number one contender for the Foundation World Championship, Jay Briggy. Will Buckshot show up is the question. Let's get down to the action. Greetings and salutations, Bucky boy, and welcome to the Lifeblood's Boneyard. Now I figured, what better way to show Briggy that I'm all in, what better way to prove that I'm back on the same page, back to the old ways again, and coming back where it all began. And I know a lot of people out there, they didn't honestly expect you to show up, that you were supposedly missing or something. But I knew deep in my heart that the Weirdos, Geeks, and Pariahs world champion couldn't resist a chance to be the one to finally shut me up. Some might even say that I was counting on it. You see, like a shark, I smell the blood in the water. I can see that high demand is fracturing, coming undone. And it's all your fault, champ. Your actions started this. Those visions that Master of Illusion showed you at Fate, the one that plagued your dreams, that keep you awake at night, they're all about to come true. And you're angry. I get it. You're scared and angry. But it's okay. I'm scared too. I'm scared of what I'm going to have to do to you to prove my point. I'm going to rip you asunder. I'm going to shatter your ego. I'm going to crush your bones. And if I have to write my message on the wall in your blood, well then so be it. Many empires have been built and founded off the backs of the weak and insignificant. And make no mistake, you are both weak
and insignificant. You may hold that championship, but you're no champion. You're a failure, a pretender, going through the motions, hoping to fall into the right groove. I mean, what have you actually done worth any merit or value since you won that championship in February? Huh? Tell me that. Because all I've seen from you is you coming out here looking like a fucking NPC, like a fucking extra from Degrassi. Week after week, putting out open challenge after open challenge, losing more than you win. You lack focus. Your determination, it is flawed. And the funniest thing is, in your eyes, you're somehow still underrated and underappreciated. You're fucking pathetic. But let's be real. You're jealous. That's what this all boils down to. That's the real reason you tried to murder Master of Illusions. Because you wanted his spot in high demand. You wanted his spot in the spotlight. And now that you've got it, here today, you're about to perish and fall in that very same spotlight. And as I bounce your head off of every hard object that I can find here today, as your skull cracks and the blood flows from your face, as your tofu brain bounces around in that coconut head of yours, as you fade in and out of consciousness, only then and only then will you realize that you've severely overestimated your talents and abilities. You are nothing special. You are a mere speck in this universe. And here today, you are nothing more than just another victim, another sacrifice to restore the balance of the lifeblood. And there's not a damn thing you can do to stop it. And the best part is, no one's coming to save you. Trent's already proven that he's a coward. He's terrified of me. Dax, too busy running and hiding from Master of Illusion. And Savior, well, Savior, he's not going to come out of the security of his compound to save a miserable worm like you. Today, the Doomsday Clock hands have reached midnight, and your devilish karma have finally caught up with you.
The revolution is televised.
Shut your bald-headed, stone-cold lookalike mouth up. Look at who it is, guys. It's Steel. It's just Steel. The one that doesn't break. Steel doesn't break. Bullshit. It bends and it bends and it bends until there's no more bends left. I can bend you back into place, Steel. I can mold you back into the one person you used to be. But the problem is, you would just bend yourself back into place. You just bend yourself back down the card where you should be. Because you're still trying to hold on to something again, aren't you? You're trying to hold on to the lifeblood. Look at you, Steel. Oh, it's lifeblood. It's Jay Briggy and Steel, the lifeblood of the Promoverse. I've seen this story before. Briggy doesn't trust you to begin with, then he starts trusting you, and then you stab him in the back. Sounds familiar, right? That's what you're trying to do here. You're just trying to, ooh, I'm going to test my loyalty. Ooh, I'm going to test my loyalty against Buckshot, right? I'm going to try and take out every single member of High Demand before we get to starting point, right? That's what you're trying to do. That's what you're trying to do here tonight, Steel. Is try to prove your loyalty to the one man that doesn't want it. To the one man that does not give a fuck about you. Because, let's be honest here, Briggy, I'm going to give you a little bit of respect that you actually deserve. Because ever since Lifeblood died, he's been being successful, the pillars, the golden ticket for the WGP Heavyweight Championship, which I hold, but he's doing better than you still. He's doing better than that ball and chain that you used to be, dragging him through the promo game, dragging him through the dirt of the undercard. He's doing better than you without you. And you just want to be back with him, right? You just want to leech off that success, don't you? You want to leech off the fact that he has something now. He has everything that you wanted. That's the problem still. He doesn't want you. He doesn't want you anymore. He wants to be his own successful person. He wants to be the guy that's going to take the Foundation Heavyweight Championship from Xavier. But newsflash, he's not. That's what he wants to be. He wants to be that guy, and you just want to be a cheerleader. You just want one of those guys that goes to the back and sucks him off after he loses. Oh, don't worry, Briggy. I'll give you a little bit of a helping hand. Don't worry, I'll ease the pain for you. That's what you are for him still. You're a leech. You leech off everyone's success, and then you try and make it about you. You try and make everything about you. And still, here's a little bit of a word of advice from me to you. Stop being a leech. Stop being a leech to everyone else's success and start making your own. Because I know what Josh Steele used to be. I know exactly what Josh Steele used to be. The ruthless guy. The one that would come out here and take no shits. The ones that would come out here, make the jokes and win. But you're not that anymore, Steele. You're a coward.
Your winner, Steele. Ladies and gentlemen, Buckshot has returned, but it seems he wasn't in full competitive form. I don't know what the Master of Illusion did to him, but maybe this victory for Steele will help prove to Jay Briggy that he has backup in this vicious fight versus High Demand. And now, ladies and gentlemen, speaking of this vicious fight versus High Demand, speaking of Jay Briggy being the #1 contender for the World Championship, let's take a look at our next Super Show. Starting Point 2023.
Ladies and gents, this is the moment you've waited for. You've been searching in the dark, your sweat soaking through the floor. And buried in your bones, there's an ache that you can't ignore. Taking your breath, stealing your mind, and all that was real is left behind. Don't fight it, it's coming for you, running at you. It's only this moment, don't care what comes after. Your fever dream, can't you see, getting closer? Just surrender, cause you feel the feeling taking over. It's fire, it's freedom, it's flooding open. It's the preacher and the prophet and your blind devotion. There's something breaking at the brick of every wall that's holding all that you know. So tell me, do you wanna go? Where it's covering all the colored lights, where the runaways are running the night. Impossible comes true, it's taking over you. This is the greatest show. We light it up, we won't come down, and the sun can't stop us.
and gentlemen, Starting Point 2023 is going to be a technically 3-day event because there will be some preview matches on the fine print. That's right. We're going to continue the new tradition of showing you some matches on the fine print. So it will be 3 days of action. Not to mention the same week, we will be giving away our yearly Foundation Awards. Now, all of this is going to be amazing unless hashtag DB Greatness, King in the North, has his way. As we saw last week at the end of the show, he is saying that if he does not get the respect that he deserves, that Starting Point 2023 will not happen. Well, I'm hearing right now that the Army of One, the Destiny briefcase holder, has some words for DB Greatness.
Hello, Foundation Promo League. It's been a hot minute since you've seen me, your Destiny briefcase holder, the Army of One. Now, I come to you this evening because I saw something in the last episode of The Blueprint that made me pause for a second. I'm not talking about any of the matches. I'm not talking about any of the segments. I'm talking about the man who hijacked the end of the show, DB Greatness. At least that's how I know the man, DB Greatness. I coined the phrase DB Greatness. And do you all want to know why? It's because the man is truly greatness. Now, I don't know what it is I saw at the end of the episode, but that certainly wasn't the DB Greatness I know. So, Deshaun, if you're listening to me, I need to have a heart-to-heart talk with you. I don't understand it. This heel persona that you're trying to live out, this heel persona that you're trying to embody, it doesn't fit you. You're angry. You're talking about hijacking the most important super show of the year for the Foundation because you don't feel like you're getting your flowers. Man, I have been with you since the beginning. I've been with you all the way from the days of the BWO through FTW and now here in the Foundation. And you have always defined greatness. But this new character, bitching about not getting opportunities, bitching about not being respected, that's not the man that I grew to idolize. And frankly, I've got to let you know, it's a little concerning how one-dimensional and egotistical you've gotten. So for the sake of all of us, I would really appreciate... Hey, the hell are you doing here? I was literally just talking...
Talk. That's all you seem to ever do, Tyler. It's talk. You of all people should know what I want. You should all know what this is all about. It's gone beyond what you saw in me. It's gone beyond what the title represents. It's gone beyond what the Foundation represents. Keep my name out your mouth. You should respect me. But all I'm seeing is disrespect. Oh, I'm sorry. Breathe. Wow, the Army of One tried to reason with DB Greatness, and it seems there is no reasoning with him. Maybe we can get the general manager, Drew Coleman, to give DB what he wants, and maybe what he wants is the Army of One. But now, ladies and gentlemen, it is time for the main event. Our last trilogy championship qualifier on the road to Starting Point 2023. which will see Old School, a member of the Four Horsemen of Promos, taking on Alpha, a member of Elevated, taking on Tyler Stone. Let's get down to the action.
Now you see, Old School, it looks like it's just you and me. Because I haven't heard anything from Alpha yet, which he might be just a match person. So instead of like what you and I has done, Old School, he might just post up the match promo. But now, let me just cut to the chase. You're right. Saying you appreciate someone is giving away not your cards per se, but it makes you look bad. You see, I gave you too much credit. I gave you too much of that. What's the word I'm looking for? Satisfaction of saying I want to have a match with you and not knowing how to do it. But you see, I'm a former champion of myself too. So me getting a win in this match is what I need to do to make sure I become number one. To make sure I become that number one contender for the Trilogy Championship. To be a champion here in Foundation. And this is where it's gonna be. Me being a legend in this business. Me being someone named Alpha in this business. Me doing what I do best. Let's go out there and steal the motherfucking show every goddamn time. Just like you do. Just like every other motherfucker that I faced did. If it was a loss, cool. If it was a win, hell yeah. But you see, the bottom of the line is this. It don't matter. I will be getting the win. I will be doing what I know how to do, and that's not giving up. And this is going to prove just that, Old School. You're right about some things you said in your hype. But you see, I'm going to take that into my own domain and use it for my specialties. And it's that one shot that I get. It is that one shot that I will get. It'll be that one shot where I hit you with the brain dead or hit Alpha with the brain dead and get the 1, 2, 3. And move on to get a chance at the Trilogy Championship. Because I don't go down without a fight.
Old Foundation. My God, am I glad to be here as a member of the Four. And while so many people call me white trash, sadly for them, they'll always be low class, beneath me, under my feet, never relevant enough for me to speak to them. You feel me? I wanted to get that out of the way of this promo because, well, now it's back to business. It's back to the number one contenders for the Trilogy Championship. The triple threat match, myself, Tyler Stone, and Alpha. Well, Alpha, let me introduce myself, Old School Alpha. Alpha Old School. And this is the way it works. Kid, you've jumped into a pool with one big megalodon shark. While you two little hammerheads are bouncing back and forth and smacking each other like a son of a bitch, trying to figure out which way you're going to go against Old School, I'm going to tell you right now, this is the way you're going to go. Where I put you. Where I send you to. And well, unfortunately, it's to the depths of defeat in a big ocean of promo superstars like myself and the others here in this group. So Alpha, I haven't heard much out of you, I don't know much about you, but that's about the amount of time I'm going to give you in this promo because, well, if you don't want to say much, you don't want to hype against me, well then who really are you? And do you really deserve a shot at the Trilogy Championship? Because see, I've won so many titles, they're hanging everywhere. I mean, I can list my accolades, but some people in here will come on and run their mouth and say, well, this was a boring promo. Wait a minute, who are you again? That's right, back to business one more time. See, I'll mention you a couple times in this promo, but not by name, because see, I don't even know your name, because you're nobody. You're a nothing. You're a never will be. So have another cigarette, like Old School taught you in his first ever promo, and you saw and became a big fan of. Anyway, back to business. Now, Tyler Stone, you come out here and tell the world you're excited about this match. You have mad respect for me. Well, hey, I've got mad respect for everybody in this group but one. But I've got respect for everybody in this group, because everybody's a great promo artist. You're a pretty good promo artist yourself, but are you good enough to beat Old School? No, no, no. Wow, Alpha has just found out that I'm a Megalodon, and he's a hammerhead, and then you were a hammerhead until I just started this promo and decided you were a guppy. And the reason you're a guppy is because, well, I could take you one shot, one bite, one game over. Today is not a day for people to come on here and think they're going to put themselves over on me. I'm making my way to Tom Stradamus and that Trilogy Championship because, well, sadly to say, Tomster, me and you got unfinished business from another place, another time. But the time here is drawing near. And with this matchup that I've gotten with these two gentlemen, and I have to take them both and sit them aside and make my way to you, and I don't give a damn who the third person's going to be, because I'll beat them too. I'm going to make my way to that Trilogy Championship, bring it back to the fore, show the world why I have gained so many championships in this business, why I'm one of the biggest forces in this business, why I didn't have to stay in one little hole with my best friend as admin to put me over. I went around the promo world in 180 days and won 23 world championships. And that's going to happen here. I'm going to eviscerate, decimate, and desecrate both of you in front of the world right here on the Blueprint, which I'm proud to be a part of. Now, see, so many promo superstars come out here and tell you about themselves a little bit more. I gave you a little bit of what I got, but see, I don't have a lot about Alpha or Tyler themselves because I really haven't saw their work. But sadly for them, this acolyte that they were hoping to gain, this chance at the Trilogy title, is over, done with. My name will be on the marquee. It will be written in stone, and I will be your next Trilogy Heavyweight Champion right here in the Foundation. And Blueprint, it's been your pleasure. And Tyler, it's been your pleasure. Alpha, it's been your pleasure. And for the little peeps in the back chirping away, I don't give a shit if you like it or not. Old School.
Guess you wonder where I've been. I searched to find a love within. See, I came back to let you know that I got a thing for you, and I can't let go. You see, those words are meant to be felt. Those words are meant to be seen. Those words are meant to come from me to you, to both of you. Tyler, I can only use most things against you as far as I can throw you. And that's a stone's throw. Right? I don't get where they're pulling these names out of. Tyler Stone. I guess they just pulled your name out of my ass, right? They pulled this nothing, nobody person from obscurity and put them in a match with me. That's like putting two ugly girls and a cute one in a group. You get the analogy? You're the shit on the bottom of my boot. And you see, there's one man in this match that I got to deal with because I got a bone to pick with you. You see, Old School, I've been around the block. I've heard things, I've watched. I've learned. I've rebuilt. I've elevated. I've become a different beast and a different animal. You might sit there and be like, what the fuck does that mean, Kobe Bryant? That means that the alpha is no longer a joke. The alpha is no longer for play. The alpha has decided to end something. An illustrious career built on the backs of many, and you stepped on a couple backs to get to where you are. Every single place you've been in, you've touched gold. You see me, I've sat here and squandered. I've touched nothing but obscurity and irrelevance. But now, I get to send you to the same shadow realm that I've been in for months, almost a year. And I need you to take Tyler with you. I don't need any of you. I don't need you to make me better. I don't need you to respect me. I don't need you to come out there and shake my hand. When you come out there, you better goddamn lay on your head and praise your man. Because I am him. I am the lightning. I am the thunder. I am omnipresent. I am omniscient. I have come to break. You hear the dogs barking? They're barking for their leader. They're barking for the man that tells them when to go. You know what I am? The man who's telling both of you, it's time to go.
Your winner, Old School. Ladies and gentlemen, it took 4 judges. We had to bring in an extra judge, but Old School has cashed his ticket to Starting Point 2023, where he will take on El Guapo and the current Trilogy champion, Tomster Damas, in a Trilogy championship match that is sure to be a show stealer. Ladies and gentlemen, I appreciate you tuning in to another episode of The Blueprint. We are just a few weeks away from Starting Point 2023. Be sure to check us out on our YouTube channel, on our Facebook page. Hit that like button, hit that subscribe button, and we will be back next week at our new start time of 11 a.m. for another episode of Blueprint.